Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about why Bronya is always going to be an amazing support character throughout Honkai Star Rail's lifespan. So right now, Bronya, as I said in my top 5 characters video, she is the second best character in the game in my opinion, and she was the best until Luocha did come out and overtake her. So I'm going to talk about what Bronya does that makes her so amazing, and what she does that just outclasses all of the other support characters. But before I get into that, if you're enjoying the Honkai Star Rail content and want to see more from me, definitely be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. So, for all Harmony support characters, their main thing in terms of their gameplay is to support the team, whether it be, Asta supporting the team's speed, or, Ting Yun boosting the attack and then the damage of a single ally with her, skill and ultimate respectively. And then Yukong, who can boost crit rate and crit damage with her ultimate of the entire team if she has her Roaring Bowstrings active. Bronya, similar to them, does offer that kind of support to the team. So Bronya is more suited for supporting a single damage dealer and just funneling all of her support into them, which is, similar to Ting Yun mainly. But what Bronya does that, Ting Yun and the other Harmony characters don't do is that she has not one, not two, but 3 things that her skill does for one ally, which is really big for when you're using Bronya properly, which is always using her skill on your main damage dealer on your team. So, first, her skill will increase the damage of one ally's attacks for the next turn, which is, just going to be good for you to use it on your damage dealer, so you're going to do even more damage. It cleanses them of any debuffs, which is also really huge because you don't want your main damage dealer to be taking so much DOT and being inflicted with debuffs. So having a cleanse on her skill is really nice. And then third, and I think this is probably the most important to be honest, or the most impactful, is that she advances the chosen ally's action forward completely. So if she uses her skill on the ally, they will act next, no matter where their next turn was on the turn order. And this is huge because, depending on the speed stats of your team, your supports might be going early on the turn, and then your damage dealer goes later. Or, something I've said about Bronya previously is that you can honestly have your main DPS have your highest speed and then have Bronya go after, because in that situation, your main damage dealer will attack, and then later on, Bronya will be able to use her skill and bring them back for another turn. So you're effectively getting 2 turns before with your main damage dealer before your enemy gets 1, which is insanely huge, especially if you've built, a good DPS character. She does work the best with hunt characters in terms of supporting them, but you can definitely do it with erudition characters and destruction characters as well. Because I've tested her a little bit with Blade, and it's definitely been good. And I'm sure, once Imbibitor Lunae comes out in 1.3, we're going to be able to see that that's going to work out well as well. So yeah, definitely she's, with her working with characters moving forward, and I feel like she'll probably have synergy with Jing Liu once we see what Jing Liu actually does officially. Just the fact that she's able to give you just advance your turn and have you move right away with your main damage dealer is really huge, because you're just going to be blazing through content even faster, because the enemies, if you're fighting those lower tier enemies and Memory of Chaos and stuff like that, they won't really be damaging you as much. And even for the higher tier enemies, if your damage dealer is one of their weakness types, you're going to be able to break that weakness very quickly. And this is why Bronya is really good with Seele. And I do want to make a video at some point, highlighting them as a duo, like I have for some of my other duo videos, because Seele's resurgence ability to give her extra attacks in her turn, as well as, Bronya giving her basically just another free turn before the enemy attacks, is just really huge, and it makes my Seele do so much more damage and just get through fights a lot faster. And so not only does she have this amazing skill for Bronya, but Bronya's ultimate also has a support factor into it. It boosts the attack and crit damage of the entire party for 2 turns. And pairing that with her skill is just going to, make your damage go up even higher, which is why Bronya, you know, I mainly recommend her being ran with hunt characters, because I feel like the hunt characters just get the most out of her type of support. But I definitely could see, you know, erudition characters, and then as we move into more of destruction characters being DPSs, which I think we'll probably see with Imbibitor Lunae and Jing Liu in the future. So once we get into more like damage dealer and actually like good damage dealer destruction characters, I think that'll be very good. I haven't tested her with Clara yet, but I can also see that being good. You know, we will see about that. But overall, just because of Bronya's support providing this unique value of not only supporting that ally but bringing them forward, and also the cleanse, and once you get into like, you know, deeper stages of Memory of Chaos, cleanse just starts to become a lot more important. So having that on Bronya is going to be really nice, especially if you don't have as much cleanse on your team. Like if you have like if you're in my situation where my healers are Natasha and Bailu doesn't have any cleanse. So if I run Bailu on the team I'm running Bronya on, then I won't have to worry about, you know, not having a cleanse character, because I will have one in Bronya. So yeah, that's what I think about Bronya. I think she's going to be amazing for a long time. It's going to be really hard for them to replace her in terms of just what she's doing as a Harmony character. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, if you don't have Bronya, Ting Yun is great. Asta's great. Yukong, I haven't done much testing with yet. I've heard mixed things about Yukong, but like Yukong could probably be good. But the just amount of value that Bronya has, I mean, it makes sense too because she is a 5-star. The value that she offers is just way above Ting Yun and, you know, Asa and them. And I do think Ting Yun might be better in certain characters. Like I believe Ting Yun is better with Jing Yuan than Bronya is, if I remember correctly. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I haven't tested too much with Jing Yuan and I haven't used Ting Yun in a while. But they might have different places where they might be slightly better than the others, but I think across most of the game, Bronya is going to be amazing. She's going to be the best offensive support character for a very long time. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Bronya. But with that, I'm going to end it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. Definitely be sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel if you enjoyed. And I will see you all next time.